It's been a minute since I've talked about body games, so let's get into it. So, the topic is you must stay in your lane. I think in today's world, people will really try to steer you in every other direction, and then you'll end up getting nothing done. And anytime a guy has came up to me and he's like, dude, I'm lost, I don't know where to start, I always tell them, get in shape. That's the most important thing you can do is get in shape. Is it going to solve all your problems? No, but it's going to put you in the right direction to solve all your problems. It's the first step. Now, some people, they take that first step, and then when they have to keep on walking, they complain. They say, oh, I'm in shape now, I don't get women. Well, you still got to put in effort. You know, life is full of struggle, so you have to find a way to enjoy the struggle. But a lot of y'all are so ready to take your foot off the gas. Nah, right? You racing all the way through. You can't let your foot off that gas. And that's not to say you shouldn't be enjoying life. Like I said, find a way to enjoy the struggle, enjoy the challenges of life. Because a lot of times we so ready just to kick our feet back and do nothing. We so ready to, oh, when is it gonna be easy? Stop waiting for it to be easy and find out how to enjoy it when life is hard. Find out how to enjoy that. And that's when you're gonna live a fulfilling life. You shouldn't be trying to make your life easy. Everything should be challenging. Getting in shape is gonna be challenging. Making money is gonna be challenging. Life is full of challenges. Find out how to enjoy it. But first you have to build the person up that can take on those challenges. Your body through consistent struggle, that mind starts to get strong too. Your mind, body, soul, all of it's connected. So that's why I always tell guys, if you lost in life, you feel like you've been stagnant, get in shape. Get in shape. It's not everything, but it's the first step. And that first step a lot of times is the most important. You build confidence in being consistent, hitting the gym every single day, struggling. That gives you more confidence in everything else. But stop getting so concerned about 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. Focus on today, focus on tomorrow. You know, I think a lot of times we get so concerned about where we're going to be in 10, 20 years. You don't even know if you're going to be there. You know? Oh, I want this in 5 years. I want this in 10 years. Couple days pass, you forget that's your goal. Stop dreaming and start putting action to what you really want out this life. Start taking that next step. But you got to build up that good body that can take you on that journey, man. And you know, a lot of times I see the comments, people be like, oh, don't be too hard on the lazy guys. Don't be too hard on the fat guys. But you got to, man. Because the time counts. The time is ticking. And you don't want to look back on life and say, man, what did I spend doing this? I spent my life playing video games? I spent my life watching porn? You don't want to look back at life and say, man, in my early 20s, I was fat and sloppy. In my 30s, I was fat and sloppy. My whole life, I never tapped into my full potential. You don't want to look back on life and see you have more left. You didn't go as hard as you should have. Because you were too worried about being comfortable. So that's why I would say, like, fuck being comfortable, bro. That shit can wait. Stop wasting time, bro. And that's why I stopped playing the video games. I gave that shit up. Because I said, life is too beautiful to be sitting in my room playing video games all day. I could still hop on the game. I could still hop on Madden and whoop somebody's tail. I still like to chill and watch movies. But I'm not doing that every single day. Because I got a greater purpose. You chasing more than that. You got to be chasing more than that. Get out the house. Start stacking your bread. Travel, man. I saw my grandpa last week. And that was the main thing he told me, bro. He said, if I could tell, a younger guy, if you have the opportunity to travel, travel. Because one day you might be in an old folks home like me and you can't go anywhere. You stuck. One day your body is going to be breaking down and you can't walk the way you used to walk. You can't just hop on that plane and go wherever. So stop waiting, bro. And I feel like in today's society, so many people are waiting, bro. Oh, once I get this job, once I retire, once I this, once I that, once the end of the year, y'all was waiting on some shit. You never gonna get it if you keep waiting. You never gonna get it. You never gonna get what you want out of this life from just waiting around. Cause there's gonna be somebody that wants some more than you and they gonna take it. Don't shit come to people that wanna wait. You have to take the life that you want. But that really hit me when my grandpa told me that, like, don't, you know what I'm saying? When you actually there and you see like he's in this old folks home and he does not want to be here. He trying to make the most of it. When you can see something like that in your eyes, you like, let me go harder, bro. Let me stack my bread up more. Let me plan another trip this year. Let me try to see something that most people don't get to see. Let me live a different type of life, bro, because society will try to make you this fucking rat. Running on the wheel, buying shit you don't need, spending all your money, and then you don't have hardly any money to pay for your bills. That's what society will try to get you to do. You're addicted to porn. Everything you look at is fucking sexualized. That's what society will do to you, bro. Keep you a slave to all your vices. But if you don't have all these vices, you don't have all these addictions, you can truly be a free man. Yeah. A lot of y'all are enslaving yourselves with nicotine, with marijuana, with porn, with video games. A lot of y'all are enslaving yourself. You're not truly living free. Because you're always looking for more dopamine. The dopamine should be coming from you accomplishing something. Not because you rub some lotion on your meat. Live a life that you will be proud of, man. But being around my grandpa, being in that old folks home, it helped me so much, bro. It helped me so much. It put me back in that mindset, bro. Because a lot of them people can't walk. A lot of them people done lost their mind. They got dementia. Go harder, bro. Because society will make you so ready to relax, to eat junk food, to kick your feet up. And there's a time and place for that. But don't let that be every day. Maybe once a week. Maybe you kick back on the weekend, cool. But have something you're working towards too. Separate yourself from everybody else. Because I promise you, if you keep trying to live like the average guy, your life will not be a good life. You know, this ain't like how it was 60 years ago. You can't be an average guy and get an amazing woman and have a nice house, have a nice car. You can't do that, bro. You got to be above average now. You know, the average person is struggling. You can't just go work at Walmart for your whole life and be able to afford day-to-day life in America anymore. No, times have changed. So you got to adapt. You got to adapt. You got to find new ways around it. You got to find new ways to make more money. You working more hours, you got to find a way to still get in that gym and still take care of your health. Because that money is not going to matter if you're not in good health. And that's what I realized, bro. If your health isn't good, nothing else matters. So stop being so focused on all the other bullshit and put your health first. If you're not healthy, nothing else matters. I don't care if you're broke. If you're broke and fat, fix your health first. Fix your health first. That should be your priority. If you don't have your health, nothing else matters. It's so easy to get overweight. It's so easy to become sloppy with the foods we have out here, bro. Like I said, a lot of this shit in America is banned in other countries. A lot of this food isn't really food. It's just a whole bunch of chemicals and crap that you shouldn't be putting in your body. Like I said, maybe every now and then you snack around, you know, cool. But keep it limited, bro. Keep it limited. I was in the sauna yesterday. And the dude said, man, a chef was in there. And he told me, like, man, that food, I had to give that food up. It just kept packing on weight. He like, look, when I was younger, I could get away with it. I can't eat that food anymore. I can't eat that food anymore because it's going to take a toll on my body. And he was saying how everybody in his family is overweight and they eat like that. And that's not a good way to live, bro. So stay in your lane and focus on that one thing. Focus on your health. If you don't have your health, nothing else matters. And no, I know body game is not everything, but when you really think about it, health is everything. Health is everything, bro. And if you really put in the work, you're probably going to have a good physique. So take care of your body. Because if you don't have your health, nothing else matters. Because one day you're not going to be able to go hard. One day you might not be able to walk. One day you might not be able to travel the way you want to. One day you might be not be able to lay down the pipe like you can today. So like a lot of y'all are throwing away your prime. And like I said, it's not your fault. A lot of y'all been taught to be fat. You've been you've been programmed to be a fat ass. You grew up seeing your parents play video games. You grew up your parents eating junk food. So that's what you did. You did what you saw. The only thing in your house was junk food. Dog, I worked at a soul food restaurant. I see how a lot of these people live. I worked at a soul food restaurant for like a year and a half. People we had regulars. People eating soul food 4 or 5 times a week. Every time they go in there, they get dessert. They bring their kids with them. That's all they know. So I don't blame them. But you have to be the change in your family. You have to be the change. Say, nah, I'm better than this. I want to live a more fulfilling life. I want to live till I'm 80 years old. And I want to be able to walk around and travel and see different things, bro. So stop focusing on all the other bullshit and focus on your health first. Because if you don't have your health, you don't have anything else. But that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.